There we go. And so Charles is bringing Renton aboard his ship, the Swan. And he's impressed at how clean it is for an obvious military model. And it's certainly a far cry from a certain ship he's thinking of. And Ray's very thankful, but Charles says, I don't need to compliment this kid. And he says that kids should just act as kids while they can, without worrying about how what the grown-ups think. And then Renton inwardly is like, yeah, I might need to take advantage of those words. If I'm really a good-for-nothing kid, then my only option would be to survive by the hospitality of others. But Ray's going to be bringing out dinner soon, and as he says, thank you very much, Charles is like, I don't need to be so high-strung. You're free to stay here for as long as you like. And after you're done eating, I got something to show you. Along with a little man-to-man talk. And here's Athena. Looks, it just hasn't aged a day, has she? So she's like, Mommy, why don't I have a daddy? He goes, well, your daddy left on a trip somewhere far, far away. And he left us behind? He's a very free spirit. I don't think he's even capable of staying in one place. What kind of a man was he? Please tell me. His name was Kei Katsuragi. He was a wonderful man. Kei Katsuragi. Damn. Sick reveal. Kei's got a kid. And so, around everybody enjoying their freedom from the routine of the normal Zoot stuff. They can even sleep in late without having to worry about Sarah or Kengo giving them hell. And Jun's like, yeah, what you're saying, for being a group of outsiders, right, there seems to be a whole bunch of yelling and a whole bunch of nagging. I hate it. And Rand said that Misha gave him a big talk after he broke a flower vase in the infirmary. He just wrecked the vase, alright? He just dropped the fucking vase on the floor. And then Chino goes, yeah, and Hilda spanked me for hiding all the clothes that I wet the bed with. And Jun's like, yeah, Mimsy always gets mad when she sees me and Apollo eating with our bare hands. And then Laban's like, is that really nagging? That just seems like they're calling attention to flaws that you could fix. Nothing major, no? And Rand's like, hey, we're meant to be, we're the outsiders of outsiders, the pariahs within the pariahs, so don't act so stiff and relax a little bit, kid. And Laban's like, oh, Brigadier General Ladle, I truly came with the wrong group. And then Mel's like, cheer up, Laban. Today we should just think about fun stuff to do. Garrett's had enough of playing in arcades and visiting markets, though, so what else can we do? Duran's first suggestion is to try and hunt some lizard in the nearby desert. It's good fun, and the end result is real tasty. But Parley's like, I don't. You gonna eat it? It's like, yeah, it's real tasty. That's good. She's like, absolutely not. No, pass veto. Not doing it. And Kay has a little laugh about how Duran and everybody always want to go lizard hunting. He's like, all right. So what do you think we should do? We should go pick up chicks instead. And then, Gain is like quite the contradiction. And Kay says, hey, every land has different kinds of girls, so going after chicks here is something completely unique. Even, I know I say that in every town we go to, but in every town, different ladies. And then he tells Laban to come with him, because they're going to cure him of his gynophobia. And he's like, no, I'm fine as I am, please, thank you. And then Garrett's like, okay, so enjoying our freedom's good, but it's tough to decide what to do for fun. And then he says that's understandable because, you know, people in their world are more concerned with surviving than anything else. Rand can find enjoyment in that tough lifestyle, and Mel thinks how the Gecko State crew would have had a way to pass time. And then, so she's gonna, she's gonna, and Rand's like, oh, so you're gonna tell us something to do instead of Mr. Charisma? And so Rand is like, I'll tell you, I got something to do. And Chiro and Mel and Anil and Parla, all the girls are like, absolutely not, whatever you come up with. And Anil's like, it's just gonna end up tearing down a building or like hunting bandits anyway. Laven wonders if it's really so safe to be wandering around town with someone who can be tracked by the Churum singularity sensors. And then Gain's like, now that you mention it, it's a bit weird that we haven't seen anybody try to capture Kay despite us being away from our main group. And Kay's like, yeah, I mean, there could be reasons why this is happening, but the important part is if they do show up, just gotta run away. And then a mysterious man approaches and goes, does your attitude stem from you being very brave? Or from something else? It's like, hey, that's... Takes off his glasses and everyone's like, oh, it's Roger! I didn't recognize him with the glasses on, jeez. Clark Kent over here. But he's like, I haven't seen you in America. And everyone's like, Roger Smith, the free negotiator. 50%. So, so Laven's like, wow, I've heard of you and how you're the free negotiator, but you've got barely a 50% success rate. And Roger's like, now that popular rumor is a very irresponsible medium. It only leaves the truth obscured. So then Gain's like, so what are you here for? Just to catch up? And he's like, no, I'm on business. Negotiating? And he's like, oh no, to escort you to a certain location. Okay, he's like, oh, I get it. You were hired to ask me on a date for some cute girl, right? He's like, I'm not at liberty to say who the client is or where the meeting is supposed to take place. And the client asks that Kay be brought over alone. So Gain wants to know what the deal is, and from what Roger can gather, because the client has something very important to discuss with Kay privately. And naturally, Roger guarantees his safety. And considering how fishy this whole thing seems, Kay's not inclined to play along. Then Roger says, I was told that you'd say that, and if you'd said that, I was instructed to say a name. Tina Henderson. And Kay's like, "Ugh." And Roger's like, I see. Looks like they hit the mark. Then he says, come to the park at 2200 on the dot. Again, come alone. So off he goes. And so Laven's like, who's Tina Henderson? And Kay says it's his sweetheart from before all that break the world business happened. You know, along with Min-May. And everyone, just every woman that's ever existed. And so Game's like, oh, an old acquaintance calling you? He's like, no idea, but I don't think they'll drop that name just as a prank. But either way, he's going, and he asks Game to refrain from following or doing anything else. Yeah, no thank you on wrecking this. And he's like, sure, just be very careful. He's like, Tina, could it really be you? And then it looks like something's drawing Roger towards old friends today because he bumps into Angel. And they met in Bell Forest at some point. But for now, Roger's using one of the town's factories as a place to do maintenance on Big O, and he didn't expect to run into her. But she's here on business, investigating both Adrock and Renton on behalf of the Siberian Rail's president. And Roger's like, oh, you're still working for the guy? And she says that he's quite charming, actually. On par with Alex Rosewater, even. But Roger would like to invite her over for tea, but he's quite busy. But Angel saw they can postpone it until next time, and despite Roger's consideration that it's not certain they will meet again, she thinks it'll happen, considering how often they bump into each other. And also, she's got a little secret, Roger. You'll figure it out. But yeah, she's sure they'll meet again, and soon. She has a piece of the truth that Roger's seeking. Is that a riddle? And it's, the relic of the Black History will soon awaken, and therein lies the truth. And so with that, she leaves, but not before going, oh yes, tell your Morose doll I said hello. And then walks off. And then Roger is like, She said, yeah, does this truth, she says, lie within said relic? Is it the same thing that Schwartz is after? And so, is Vera, a lady in a purple suit who's been looking at Roger Smith, and calls him the Dominus of the Black Megadeus. And here's this guy, Alan Gabriel, who sees in him a man worthy of being cut to shreds. So Vera tells Unit 271 to wait, because Roger's status as a Dominus makes him much more useful alive than dead. The bigger problem is with Unit 340, who seems to be straying from her mission. Alan wonders if Angel's weighing her options up between them. And yeah, between them, and Alex and the kids. And it seems clear to Vera that they need to check where her loyalty lies. In the event she does turn out to be traitorous, Alan will be allowed to eliminate her in the name of their mission to grasp the truth. And so with that in mind, Alan will head back to Paradigm City to continue his mission. And so, Rogers escorted Kay to the meeting spot on time and bids him farewell. It's only polite to give him and his client some privacy to speak. So Kay says goodbye and says, Mum, I'd love to see Dorothy again. And Roger says he'll pass that along and walks off. And so Kay's like, okay, who am I meeting? Hope it's a cute girl. And then here's someone. He's like, wait, that's a Durham uniform. And it's Athena. And she demands that he comes with her. And Kay's like, oh, jeez, I've been had. And after that talk of guaranteed safety. And Athena tells him to shut up, damn it. She's got quite the beef with him and tells him not to resist, lest she decide to deal with him here and now. And Kay's like, alright then, I call your bluff. And so he wrestles her to the ground. And he says that he doesn't like to get so rough with chicks, but there's no other choice. And then as he gets up to run off, something falls out of her pocket. And that's a picture of Tina, and he asks her there, why the hell do you have that? And then she yells at him to not touch it, and curses his very existence. And then, stop it, Athena. Athena? And he's like, wait, that voice, I recognize it. She's like, oh, uncle. And it's Olsen. And she's like, oh, you must have heard me setting up the meeting with Roger. And he's like, yeah, just leave. And then she's like, but that's, and he's like, direct order. She's like, yeah, that man. She's like, oh, absolutely. So she walks off. And that's when Kay's like, so you're the real client, huh? He's like, a bit sad that it's the true meeting isn't with a cute girl, but I prefer you over someone trying to kill me. And then he's like, I'm glad to see you haven't changed a bit, Kay, but I'm a little bit amazed. And then Kay's like, wait, who the hell are you? And he says, it's only natural that you don't recognize me, sure. Takes off the shades. He goes, it's been a long time, it's me, Olsen. Olsen the Werner. He's like, Olsen? Haven't uses the orbital elevator. And Kay's like, okay, so that's how Roger knows Tina's name. But why did you contact me sooner? He goes, oh yeah, there's a reason for that. It's related to his new position as Major General in the Chirum forces. And his mission had been to capture the singularities, but as of today, it's been changed to just eliminate them. Kay gets a little bit antsy, and Olsen tells him to calm down. If he wanted to do so, he would have already. And he's actually used his authority to suspend looking for Kay, which explains why the Chirum have been so quiet. And so Kay's like, alright, why did you call me over anyway? He says he'll get to that, but first off, he needs to explain what happened to him. Well, it's only been a year for Kay, since the battle at the elevator. Olsen got warped 5 years earlier. And he's like, yeah, you do look a little bit older than before. And Kay's like, yep. And your nonchalant attitude is something I long since learned to live with, and it proves that you're still the same man as you ever were. And so he asks if Kay knows why the Chirum are after him, and he says, yeah, and talks about the Amanians. They told him about singularities being the key to the dimensional repair. And they also said the Chirum were the remnant of their original nation. And Olsen's like, alright, that speed things up. And he says, Kay, come back to me with Chirum. It'd be the best course of action. And Kay says, absolutely not. I can't agree with this idea of only saving some countries and their people and leaving others to be destroyed. And he feels no sense of duty towards the Chirum. And then Olsen says, hey, Chirum's not just our old homeland. It's also the home of your daughter. And Kay's like, wait, daughter? Okay, so... Wait, that's what happened to Tina? Is she here too? And Olsen tells him how the space-time oscillation bomb's activation warped her a good 20 years into this world's past, where she lived as a Chirum citizen until her death a few years ago, leaving behind Kay's daughter. And Kay's like, what, Tina's dead? And she was pregnant? He's like, wait, if she was walked here 20 years ago, then that means my kid will already be a grown woman. He goes, that's right. And her name is Atina Henderson, the woman who just tried to kill you. He's like, what? You're kidding? Masaka. And then, it's true. It's that girl from earlier. And then he gets a little ping on his radar, and both men see that something is approaching. And so this is Strange Contact. Strange Contacto. So it's a bunch of Cherem guys, led by Robert. Olsen ordered them all to be on standby, so he demanded an explanation for this obvious disobedience of a superior officer. Robert would also like an explanation for what Olsen's doing, contacting the man they're supposed to kill. That's a major violation of Army regulations. So, Olsen tries to pull rank, get them to retreat, but it don't work, and Robert starts blasting them. They're two unnecessary singularities. So Olsen tells Kay to run, and he'll back him up with his Nikic. He's like, there's not much we can do while they're blasting us, guy. Big O, showtime! Big O, that you, Mr. Negotiator? I did say I would guarantee your safety. Considering that promise, I have a duty to abide to it until the end. Bastard giant! Are you actually thinking of getting in our way? I merely want to be faithful to my professional obligations. As for you, unfair gentlemen, you'll become very aware of just how foolish your methods are. Charge, Henry. We'll dispose of both the singularities and this meddler. Understood. Rockidus. All units, attack! Well, you leave me no choice. If you will disregard my warning, I shall take up the gauntlet. Big O, action! Okay, you gotta run. I'll stay here and do whatever I can. Alright, but you better not die, Olsen. Olsen. And so 6 turns to clear the map. It's fine. Plot happens if you blow up to Cherem or fight Robert, so we'll just do that. And so, because we haven't unequipped Roger, he's got his head after his solar panel and his harrow, so ho 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 ho! Which means he can punch guys in the sky, because otherwise he'd have a bad time. Bing, bing, bing. Okay, so he needs to strike. The best thing about Roger is finally has a nice reverend. Yeah, instead of his morose doll with no fashion sense.
Negotiation に値しない相手はこうするまでさ。本来は姿勢安定用だがこういう使い方もできる。
And so, you hook a chain. This L-sized man hooks onto this S-sized plane, pulls himself up to give him the fucking dragon punch of a lifetime. The harrow definitely calls him a louse. Absolutely calls him a louse. Rogers, Mr. A louse, a louse. Rogers, Mr. A louse, a louse. Bonk. And so, So Olsen and Tina join in on their nick kicks. And Olsen's ready to punish their subordinates' insubordination. Roger isn't going to comply with the traitor's orders, and so Olsen's like, oh, you leave us no choice. And Tina, head to headquarters ahead of him. She's like, absolutely not. It's like, what? Tina? She's like, she's got to watch her uncle's back. So Olsen apologizes. He's like, sure. And then Kate's like, hey, Olsen, I'm here to back you up. It's like, Kate, what are you? It's like, the August was nearby, and there's some things I want to talk to you about. And I was never the type to run away when told to, either. So Olsen calls Roger. He's like, hey, negotiator. He apologizes for getting him into trouble, but can you give us a hand? And Roger says, don't worry, this is all within the scope of the job I was hired for. And Kay's like, he's got the real sense of duty. Robert's yelling, he's like, now we can take down all the Aman Singularity too, beautiful. And Kay's like, absolutely not. No fucking way. And he's like, hey, Olsen, let's give the chairman an idea of what the two aces of Bronco Squad can do. So Robert is extremely not amused at how long this has taken despite their superior numbers. But Roger points out that that advantage is about to go out the window. Because here's the rest of us. So Kate's like, hey guy, what took you guys so long? And then Gaines like, hey, you're the one who told us to stay away and you have to go alone. And then Chiru's like, I don't appreciate your lip after how quickly we scrambled to get it once we saw the combat. Jeez. And then Jiren's like, yeah, maybe we should all just turn around and go home. And Kate's like, alright, get it. I'm sorry. Can you lend me a hand then, please? And they're like, sure thing. And he's like, these two devices, they're with me, so don't worry about them. And then Rand's like, hey, yo, Roger, always find yourself dragged into brawls. And he's like, more often than not in this world, there are situations where doing so is inevitable. And Rand's like, oh yeah, I know that feeling, bud. I ain't been doing much repairing these days either. And Mel's like, it's okay, darling. Gives him the old verbal, it's okay, pats him on the head. And Kay's like, alright everybody. Let's all make sure we leave here in one piece. Now, Roger needs to start fucking coming up here. These boys all need to fly away home to the north. Rand does some repairs, but we've got like dedicated mechanics who don't accidentally break stuff because they're bad at their jobs. Because they're secretly the Crusher. Fucking what? You can't combine yet? Why the fuck not? Fuckers. What the hell? What the hell? This is why we gave her some stats, I suppose. Am I too easy, too naive?
邪魔すんな
Oh my god. Fucking Parla coming in with the jiggle. And a perfectly spherical fucking head. I mean, that's their specialty, ain't it? Beam pistol. At last, the day where I have a legitimate excuse to get rid of you has arrived. Someone who deployed troops against orders has no right to speak of legitimacy. And yet you shouldn't count on being able to defeat me easily. Please fucking heck. You shit, Robert. Three-barrel jet cannon. Lass, don't even think the likes of you stand a chance against a veteran. I've been trained in all aspects of the art of war by the Major General. No fellow best me. I don't know that Olsen knows much about the art of war, to be honest, but sure. Kogi, touch, give the attack.
Device 予想以上の動き
K, he's up here. Imanian singularity. Now the order to exterminate you has been given, I needn't hold back any longer. I don't care if it's capture or exterminate. You guys can't just go doing whatever you want with other people. No way in hell I'm leaving the dimensional pair in the hands of folks like that.
たとえチラムが俺たちの地球だったとしても悪いけどいっただき
Alright, bad guy. Here we go. Coming in. Bonk.
脱出だここでやれるわけにはいかん
Oh, hybrid armor. Okay, so Robert's like, oh shit, but he's not giving up just yet. And it was like, wow, he's not giving up even though he's just been blowing the fuck up. But he gets a ping, something else is coming in. And then he orders the damn retreat. He tells Olsen D. Vern, they report all of his doings to high command, so you better prepare to face the music. He goes. And then Athena figures that he's got a personal grudge against Olsen. Okay, he's like, hey, Athena. So, and then Paula's like, hey, hit on the girl later. There's more guys coming. And so Siberian Rail and some breakers. Hear me, Black Southern Cross. I've come to settle accounts with you. So it's Assen Boone at it again. So, getting surprised to see him here, and he's like, so I'm guessing you were fired from St. Reagan, huh? And got picked up by Siberian Rail? It's like, indeed, I've forsaken both my position and status, all for the sake of destroying you. He's also got Zaki with him and some other fellas, and they're not as gung-ho as he is to fight us. Paula's like, so who's that guy? And Garrett's like, okay, so he's Gain's rival. He just doesn't like him very much. It's fine. And then Rand's like, oh, but he's not the only one with a vendetta here. And it's like, wait, that Galapagos, is that a hauler? And that's Greta in the Dordan too. And then his hauler's like, oh, this is the end of the road for you, Melonhead. Jiren. He's like, you say that every time we meet. You're a one-line guy. You always come and you go, oh, Jiren, it's the end of the road for you. Every time you show up. Come on. Talk about one-track mind. And Greta's like, hey, and don't forget about me. I've also got beef with you. And then Garabra is like, oh no, it's the Blazing Mobile Suit Pilot and the Crusher. And he's like, hey, you can't go around calling the old man that. And Rand's like, it's fine. I'm like, being called that doesn't upset me so much anymore. And then Garrett, like, shit. And then Garrett's like, but anyway, you guys came all the way from Galilee just to chase after us? And so Asim's going to explain what's what. President Kitzman is very annoyed that we helped the Exodus succeed, and decided to have us destroyed as a matter of honor for the Siberian Rail. And so he hired Asim and everybody to make an example to anyone who dare oppose them. And it seems to Roger they've all chosen this spot to have their definitive battle. There's another matter that requires his attention. Quit posturing, Crowboy. What is that? A supercar, trailer, and construction vehicle? Final together! And they combine. Beck the Great RX-3 has arrived! Oh, it worked! Oh, we're so cool, bro! They combined. Wow, it's just like Zambok, Getter, and Baldios! Crowboy! You think I'd bump into you while working with Asim? Oh, what luck! I'm so happy I brought my Beck the Great RX-3 along for the ride. Huh, Beck, I think that's your new toy? You'll see how much of a toy it is real soon. This baby's the embodiment of both my brilliant intellect and the technology of Yoshifura Yakamoto Industries. Play around with it, and you're gonna get seriously burned. Gain and Zoof! There are no tricks today. I will end you all, fair and square. Good on you, Asim. I'll play your game, deference to all that sportsmanship. Alright, Olsen, no turning back now. You've got to help us. Okay, I'm already more than used to you getting me in trouble. He looks so happy. It's the first time I've seen him like that. Alright, time for your guts and our anger to throw down. We're all going hog wild. Fine, you want to wrap it all up? We're up for it. Yes, prepare yourselves. This is going to be the climactic battle. Crushing a hoodlum like you is starting to feel like an exercise in futility. Behold our age and pride. Attack! So, we got some bozos. So, Beck is the Great RX-3. And so here's a secret you don't have to do, but Roger has to fight this guy and they both have to survive the encounter. But look at it. He's like Gao Gai Ga, but worse in every way. And so he's got the prevail, the counter, the will up on damage, energy save, bullet save, and he's very lucky. His leadership bonus is plus 30% counterattack damage. He's a Gates. He's Agent Smith in the Japanese Matrix version. He's Chippity and G Gundam. He's just, we just love him. We love Ochotsuka. His robot sucks. It's got long range all attack and it's pretty tough because it's got the big health. But I mean, you know, if you just attack him, he dies. Yeah, the King of Braves? No, the middle management villains, exactly. We gave him hit in a way, right? Yeah, good.
女性が戦場に立つのは賛成できません。よ獅子の爪。
あんた、私を守ってくれたのね。あんた、私を守っておくれよ。
Darling, watch over me. Watch over me, dear.
女性のそういった振る舞いは賛成しかねます。
When it comes to power, we ain't gonna lose.
おう、マスパナだ。
Punma Spana. Charge. Bonk, 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 bonk.
この貴様を。何しやがる。
何しやがる。What the fuck? What the? Huh? Coming for you, Greta. Okay, I'm not coming for you this time. Soon though.
俺たちはそう簡単には止まらないぞ。ギャリアキック。
あえてのように
叫ぶのはお約束よね。何しやがる。
ここは地の果て流されて俺
こいつを倒しゃ大儲けだぜ。
今日もさすらい涙も枯れるブルーゲー
いつまでも同じところにいるかよ。
期間をAlright, he definitely needs. Why can't we just combine though? Why? 青い線香あえてのようにザボンあるザボンあるザボンあるザボンあるブルーゲール涙払ってブルーゲール no more tears Leave Paula alone. He's got a head like a fucking basketball. I don't need to sudden impact that guy. Well, you just punch him. Just a regular punch. Geronimo, I'll mash that melon head of yours in a jam. Ain't gonna happen. If you've got time to hound me, you ought to be looking for some nice man instead. Well, I mean, you're not so half bad yourself. You do know how to push my buttons after all. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
あんたらのせいで私の父ちゃんは死んだんだ。父ちゃん。
これぞ
Doing it
も
for
通しってやつだ。
her dear departed and her damn dad. She's gonna kill him for her dad.
恋でも探してな
父さん。
このこん野郎。
こんにゃろ。
ジロー、私がそう簡単に父ちゃんのところへ行くと思うじゃ。
That ain't gonna stop me. Come here, the blazing crushers. Time to get some payback for all you put me through. Oi, oi, now I get that you're annoyed, but don't go bunching our street names together. We're gonna pull the plug on your vendetta and send you and dear bro back to Galia quick like. I should have done the animation because you get to see his stupid fucking face. It makes me laugh every time. Alright, enough's enough, Holler. Aren't you tired of chasing me around? Yeah, I am sick of seeing that melon head of yours. That's why I'll kick your butt and end this in a hurry. Oh, where do you get off chasing people around and getting all hyped about it? That's called being a pain. And I'm also seeing your droopy eyes, so you're gonna have your wish. We're putting into this here and now. He's sick of his fucking shitty face.
ドマンジュが俺の前から消えな。
Domanju. But he's shooting him with the tow gun. That's
ただ
combination
のかっ
play.
こつけだと思ってたらやるじゃないかほら。
Bing, ding. Alright, you
お
think
前
you're
ら
cool?
との
Let's do it
戦い
then.
もここまでだ。撃つぞ。いつまでも主人公面できると思うな。
Oh, Cinco. Now gotta deal with the undergolems. Zabundaru, zabundaru. Meow, 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 meow. Jababina, bina, bijabina, jabab. Gain, Bijou. You're all that matters to me now. Face me, man to man. I'll take a lady being this passionate any day, but not you, Assam. Your challenges are long since overstayed their welcome. I have a lot going on right now, so let's do it your way and put this to bed.
女ったらしがのこのこと出てきてくれたか。これがオーバーセンスの力だ。僕と味わうがいい。
Witness the power of my oversense. He gives you the fucking destructo disc. You're 100 years too early to be pulling that shit. No, this is way up here because this is a good one. Ikuzai! Ikuzai! Karasuyaro! Come on, Crowboy. I put a whole lot of cash into this thing. It's more than I matched you in raw power. Certainly seems like you have invested heavily into it. However, it doesn't have an ounce of aesthetic quality. As usual. What? None? How could you not appreciate the glory of a combination? You dead inside? My aesthetic sense is antagonistic to you. Since that is your unit, I'm incapable of perceiving any beauty in it. You smug son of a... I'll smash that black body of yours to bits.
行くぜカラス野郎
Garasiero.
見せてやる東洋の神秘よ
Witness. it just says old, I think.
これでてめえも最後だ。
I'm the strongest!
くらえ必殺風神。
Eat this! Killing technique! Funjin is the wind move! Did you use some kanji in his face? Yes, he did. He's a very powerful ninja.
ベック貴様
Beck,
調子
kiss
のま
him
ま
up!
いい加減にしろ
Beck, you shit! You absolute
仕
fucker!
事にベストを尽くすただそれだけだ光の奇跡をその目に刻みたまえ
どうしたカラス野郎。いつもの調子が出てねえみたいだな。
What's wrong, girl boy? How do you like... どうだ, negotiator? How'd you like them apples, negotiator? You scared of the mighty Beck of the Great RX3 yet? I see. なるほど. Certainly a bit better than all the rubbish you've used thus far. However, before my big O, it is... What the... Something's poured into my mind. Oh, thunder. Plasma gimmick. Are these some sort of hidden weapons of the big O? What the... Something's happening with the Megadeus! Has a portion of my memory returned? But why? What caused this? Could a new foe have emerged? One I have to use these weapons against? Oi, dum-dum, you're facing the amazing Beck. Quick, mumble into yourself. You're severely lacking as Big O's opponent. Still, when you come and try your hand against this once hidden strength. So you get them automatically later on if you don't do it, but... Yeah, it's just like, fucking get this guy. And so... Charles and Renton are here. Check out the scene, and Charles was trying to show him his spearhead and be like, check it out, check out my cool ride, but looks like it's a fight to get involved in. And he sees that it's Renton's friends taken apart, and it's like, well, we should definitely help then. And then, and then he's like, hey, there's no rule against mercenaries getting in fight just for the hell of it. Besides, he wants to pay us back for our previous help. And Renton's a bit uneasy, but Charles' like, don't worry, I won't tell him that you're here. So, he jumps right in. And he announces his intentions, and he's like, hey, I'm here to help, here to back you up. And everyone's like, ah, nice, not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. And Charles really likes our relaxed vibe, but Brendan's not feeling so hot seeing Garrett and Rand and everybody again. Please, I just want to combine 1, 2, 3. So probably can combine next turn. I think they got to start next to each other, it looks like. I mean, everyone is always all about that gatai. That's just what life's about when you get down to it. Thank you again, Bijou. It's a resupplier. Well, fuck me, I guess. So yes, we got the map attack and the old thunder.
少々荒っぽく行かせてもらおう。ビッグオー行くぞ。レッこれが本当のプロというものだ。
Show you the difference between a professional and you.
どうやらヤッコさん相当戦い慣れしてるみてえだな。
俺たちそんな奴に勝てるのかよ。
This guy's pretty strong.
カラス野郎、これでお前もおしまいだ。レックザグレイト RX3 スインさん。
He's just a weird little kabuki man.
やっほー。
Yahoo!
だが私の忍耐にも限度がある。
Damn, he really gave us this body rush. Too bad another sudden impact and he's fucking dead.
「ガソリンでもこれだけのパワーが出るのよね。ギャリアの場合。
Gallia no bye. Time for the Gallia to shout. Let it all out.
やるぞギャリア。フルパワーだ。
Do it, Gallia. Full power. Dun-dun.
こん野郎。
Brugale, Taharate, Brugale.
たまらないわ。私鳥にでもなりたい。
Yep, so Greta yells that she can't die here, not now that she's at the apex of her womanhood. And she's like, yep, as long as that remains, she'll keep on fighting, and she'll see us again. And she goes, taking her breakers with her. And then Anil says, Vitality. Hano Vitality. But yeah, it says we could learn from her vitality. And then Garrett's like, I hope Tifa does then like cut up like that when she's older. Okay, so Zaki's had enough of playing along with Aston's vendetta, and he's going to pull back before things get worse. Aston's obviously annoyed at Zaki and how little it took to send him running. And then Gain's like, "Hey, Aston, you're making a big mistake if you think you can use people as tools for your agenda." And Aston says, "Stop it, Gain. Is that he alone is more than enough to destroy Gain." As proven by all the times that has never happened. Alright, hang in there, boy. I'm shifting into high gear for a bit. Right. Nah, music ain't something you see, so you dance by feeling it with your body. Trappar's the same thing. You don't see it, but you can ride it by feeling it with your heart. Get it? Ride by feeling it? Yeah. So just follow your heart. In this world, the person having fun's always the real winner. Yeah, that's why I admired Gecko State and joined them. But that wasn't the only reason I joined. Well, you can think about it later, Renton. First off, we've got to straighten these folks out.
この世の中いつだって気持ちよくなった方の勝ちなのさ。バカが来たか。
The idiot comes.
どこまでもやらせると思うな。力でゴレームにかなうと思うな。
It's got him. It's coming at us. So Anil and Paula have a line against her. She's like, "I'll give you an idea of the glamour of a mature woman." They're like, "No, don't want that lecture." And she's like, "I don't care about getting revenge. I'm doing this because fighting's the key to preserving a lady's beauty." And they're like, "You're just being a pain." Yeah, he thought Holland was cool and fun, and it turned out Holland actually punches him a lot. Pain shoulder. Go on, good, Ava. Show us your cool cutting. Oh, he's not even going to show us his cool cutting where his eyes pop out of his head. Wait, did he get us? Awaken, Gunleon. Nikki, I'm out. God, bro, help. So Garrett's like, "Bro, I got beat up again, I'm out." Okay, fucking idiot. Yeah, so he's like running off, and Holland's like, ugh. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, sorry, Holland, I'll be running off before you do." And he's like, "Idiot, you make it sound like I'm gonna lose." And then Mel's like, "Wait, he was crying when he ran off again." And Ren's like, "Yeah, every time I see it, it makes me a little bit sad." Ding, 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 bang, 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 gang, 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 ding, 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 no, no, yeah, let's have a look at the old Thunder.
行くぜカラス野郎
Let's go, Crowboy. カラス野郎
RX3 パワー全開だ
Maximum power! Power output 80, 90, 100.
兄貴今よ
Bro, now!
極上で極悪な一撃受けてみやがれ
Fucking love him.
「どうやら話してわかる相手ではないようだ」「プロたる資格なき犯罪者が監獄へ戻るといい」「ビッグ王のとっておきをお見せしよう」「光のシャワー存分に浴びたまえ」
Shower of light. I want the dynamic kill because the dynamic kill's cool. Yeah, baby.
くそもうこうなったら脱出だやっぱり
A solar panel and the friggin' fish. Beautiful. Thank you, Roger. Nah. Bacana. So, Beck can't believe that he can't win no matter how many times he tries, and Roger just tells him that that's its fate. He should just accept it with dignity. So Beck's like, you're just acting so smug because you're the Dominus of a Megadeus. It's like, Dominus? You know that word? He goes, yeah, I don't know why I know it either. Info on you and your Megadeus just popped into my head. But next time, I'll get you. And he runs off. And he's like, that's strange. Why does one of Beck's missing memories have information about me? What the hell is the Big O? Who the hell am I? Maybe the answers lay within the truth that Schwartz spoke of. Oh, look at that. We just can't combine? What's the fucking point of being alive? Yeah, see, and he's the Blazing Mobile Suit Pilot. That's his team, his little group name. G Falcon, Enil, Beta Services, Sandrat, Factory, Chimera, Negotiator, Black Southern Cross, the Beams Co. Right, so I want someone who's got the double money to blow this man the fuck up. He's got the double money. And with Rand's help, he can even hit the guy. Just give him a little bit of a little donk, just a little donk. I wanted a bit more of a donk than that. TBH.
天下無敵のモビルスーツ乗りガロードラン様が相手だ。
あなたに力を。
こいつを使う。それがみんなをティファを守ることになるなら。ツインサテライトキャノンいけー。なにこんなバカなことが。
This is impossible. Good. Got an apogee motor for our trouble as well. Beautiful. Curse you, Gain. So, Asham still isn't strong enough to get revenge, and Gain's like, hey, you should just give up. And he's like, Karen wouldn't want to see you like this. And he's like, I will silence, Gain, I will return. With power you will not be able to withstand. And he goes. And Gain's like, oh, this guy. Serious to a fault, as he's always been. Not a bad trait, but puts too much stock in his usually wrong assumptions to make good use of it. And it's just Holler left. Give him the wrenching of a lifetime, shall we?
よっしゃ勝負なら望むところだぜ。赤い魂。
So. Oh, hold on. It's crying. Dun, dun, dun. Ran strong. shoulder armor. Shit, again, every time. Why can't I win? Why? He's like, it's okay, Ola. Just stop. So, Jiren's like, you just need to get a better understanding of your skill and the tools you use. And I was like, I don't know. I think I just need a stronger walking machine and then I'd win. And he goes, Jiren, they're setting up a mech that will knock your socks off. Just you wait. And then Jiren's like, wait, do you think he's really found something like that? And Jiren's like, well, if it's real, we'll deal with it. Don't worry about it. And until then, we just have to keep slapping him around. And so, beat him up. Charles is going to head back home. And Gain thanks him for the assist. And Charles says, no need. He was just paying us back. And he figures that he might still owe us, considering the amazing gift that he and Ray got from us. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And he's like, don't worry about it. But I hope to meet you again sometime. And so, Olsen and Athena, they're going to leave too, and Kay tries to get in touch with her again. And she's like, I guess Olsen told you everything? He's like, he goes, I warn you, I'll never accept you as my father, not after what you did to my mother. Off she goes. And Kay's like, damn, that sucks. But yeah, so Kay's like, damn, that sucks, because like even her little habits as a pilot are like his. And like they've got similar little mannerisms and stuff. And Olsen's like, sorry, old friend. It's just that Athena's belief that Kay made her mother unhappy is the one thing he couldn't break her of in all these years. And then Kay's like, it's not your fault. I was nowhere near the ideal boyfriend for Tina anyway. And Olsen says, if you care about Athena, then consider my offer. And Kay's like, no, these are two separate things. And I'm not changing my mind on that one. And he says, if Olsen, he's like, have you not lost sight of what's truly important by getting wrapped up in all this motherland stuff? But either way, Kay's never been the sort to screw other people over as long as he ends up okay. And so, he remembers that Olsen was also that sort of person 5 years ago. Wouldn't throw someone on the bus just for their own gain. And Olsen just promises that we'll meet again and he'll ask Kay again when the time arrives. So he leaves. Jiren asks if he's an old friend, and Kay says, yep, and he's also a great guy too. And then, no comment. Yeah, no comment on the girl though. But something's coming over. And it's the Glomar! And Shire brings news. The main group's being attacked by a huge mob of Siberian troops. And Gain figures that old Kidsman has decided to hunt all of us down, and not just this group. Should still be an easy fight though. Jin's not so sure because he just realised that Timp and Kashmir weren't here, which means they're going to be with the other damn guy. Yeah, so he's like, Timp and the puppy! Oh jeez! And Shire's just got some info about a huge monster appearing, and it's super rough. Say that again, jeez. And they say, yeah, it's incredibly strong. It's been said to be some sort of relic from the Black History. And so the Glomar came to bring us all back to help with the battle and get everyone there. And so Roger's going to come along too, saying that he's worried, and Gain ain't going to say no to more firepower. And then inwardly, he's like, yes, Angel said that it would lie within a relic from the Black History. Could this be what she was talking about? And so, back on the Chirim ship, on the bridge, Wesley is like, Olsen, Robert has filed a report. And Olsen's like, I got my own version of events. And he says that he requests suitable punishment for Robert's act of insubordination. And Wesley tells Olsen that whatever else happened, the fact remains that he let a chance to eliminate the Singularity escape. And as such, he's been demoted to captain and ordered to return to the homeland at once with the threat of immediate execution as a traitor if he refuses. So Olsen promises to return, but he knows that what awaits him is probably a long stint in prison. But he figures he's got no choice as Chirim remains his homeland. But still, there might be one other option. Maybe Kay, every bit his old self, is actually treading the better path. still. All events. Oh. 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 We can make it. We can make a team. Ooh.